So next topic, பார்த்தீங்கன்னா AC transients. AC transients. ஆல்ரெடி வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஏசி சிக்னல் ஸ்டடி ஸ்டேட்ல என்ன வரும் ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் அது வந்து பார்த்துருக்கோம். அதுக்கு பேர் தான் ஏசி ஸ்டடி ஸ்டேட் அனாலிசிஸ். வந்து ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட் ஏசி சிக்னலை அப்ளை பண்ண உடனே என்ன மாதிரியான எஃபெக்ட் வரும் அதுதான் வந்து அது ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட். ஓகே, ஃபர்ஸ்ட் ஆஃப் ஆல் அகைன் ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட் ஆல்ரெடி டிசி டிரான்சியன்ட் பார்த்தோம் இவ்வளோ நாளா. ஸோ டிசி டிரான்சியன்ட்டை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்போது ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட்டுடைய எஃபெக்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கம்மி தான். ஏன்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா, ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் டிசி அப்படின்னாலே சடனாக வில் அப்ளை த சேஞ்ச். ஓகே, சடன் சேஞ்ச் இது வோல்டேஜாக இருக்கலாம். ஸோ அகைன் அட் t is equal to 0 suddenly we will apply the switch. Okay, so then uh, instantaneously the current will vary from 0 to high value, or voltage may vary from 0 to very high value. Okay, so this is like some input across some element. Again, it produces the transient, okay, across at, at some part of the circuit. Okay, சப்போஸ் அதுக்கு பதிலாக வந்து நீங்கள் ஃபார் எக்ஸாம்பிள் ஏசி சிக்னல் தரீங்க. ஏசி சிக்னல் தந்தோம்னால எப்போவுமே என்ன பண்ணுவோம், ஏசி சிக்னல் வந்து இப்படி தான் வேரி ஆகும். ஓகே, அகைன் t is equal to 0ல நீங்கள் சுவிட்சை க்ளோஸ் பண்ணுறீங்க. ஸோ இப்போ இந்த ரெண்டு இன்புட்டை கம்பேர் பண்ணும்பொழுது இது ஆல்மோஸ்ட் இது வந்து டிசி, இது வந்து என்னது ஏசி. அகெயின் ஏசி சிக்னல் நீங்கள் அப்ளை பண்ணாலும் அது ஸ்மூத்தாக தான் வேரி ஆகுது. ஓகே, ஸ்மூத் வேரியேஷன் இஸ் தேர். இதனால வர டிரான்சியன்ட் வந்து அதனுடைய எஃபெக்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக தான் இருக்கும். பட் இதனால வர டிரான்சியன்ட், டிசினால வர டிரான்சியன்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் அதிகமாக இருக்கும். ஸோ அதனால டிசி டிரான்சியன்ட், ஓகே, டிசி டிரான்சியன்ட், டிசி டிரான்சியன்ஸ் generally more severe. AC transient less severe. ஓகே, அதனுடைய ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட் எஃபெக்ட் வந்து கொஞ்சம் கம்மியாக தான் இருக்கும். ஓகே, ஸோ ஃபர்ஸ்ட் வில் see the RL circuit. RL circuit. At t is equal to 0, switch is closed. Then what is the current in the loop? This is voltage Vm sin omega t. Okay, ஸோ ஆர்எல் சர்க்கியூட் ஆல்ரெடி பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஸ்டடி ஸ்டேட் அனாலிசிஸில் பார்த்துருப்பாங்க. எந்த சுவிட்ச் எதுவுமே இருந்திருக்காது, சர்க்கியூட் வந்து க்ளோஸ்டில் இருந்திருக்கும். தென் ஃபார் ஆர்எல் சர்க்கியூட் வென் யூ அப்ளை த ஏசி சிக்னல், வாட் இஸ் த ஸ்டடி ஸ்டேட் அனாலிசிஸ்? ஓகே, ஸோ இப்போ வந்து பார்த்தீங்கன்னா வில் இன்க்ளூட் போத். ஓகே, போத் டிரான்சியன்ட் as well as steady state. First, the response consists of both response. One is steady state response and another one is transient response. Okay, but the transient response will be present for some time just after the switching. After that, the transient response will go to 0. Only steady state response will remain. Okay, so but what is the steady state response of this circuit? Okay, so you need current in the loop, then you should know what is the impedance of this network. The impedance of this network is R plus j omega L. Okay, then what is I, current in the network? The current IT is equal to Vm sin omega t, Vm sin omega t divided by Z. Okay, divided by Z. Again, this Z we can write like mod Z and theta mod Z and or some phi angle. Okay, phi means now in this case tan inverse omega L by R. Okay, what is pi here? Pi here is tan inverse omega L by R. Okay, so Z we can write like mod Z and angle pi. Again, you know what is mod Z. Mod Z means R square plus omega L square overall square root. Now we are discussing about only the steady state analysis. Okay, we'll come to the transient analysis later. Okay, so this is Vm sin omega t divided by Z. Then we can write this one like Vm divided by mod Z. Okay, and sin omega t. Again, Z can be written as mod Z and pi, then that pi will go up. Okay, so we can write like instead of plus pi, we can write like minus pi. Okay, so this is the steady state response of the RL circuit. Okay, now what is the transient response? Okay, steady state response we have written. The transient response here, we know it is a first order circuit. Okay, for a first order circuit, the response, the transient response will be like this. Okay, with some constant and e power minus t by tau. Okay, the current will be like this. Okay, so a e power minus t by tau. Okay, so this is the transient response. Again, we have to find out what is a. Okay, what is a here? Okay, so we know one thing, we are applying the switch at t is equal to 0. The moment you apply the switch at t is equal to 0, okay, what is current in the network? The current in the network is 0 because you are applying the switch at t is equal to 0. Before applying the switch, current through inductor is 0. Again, the current through inductor cannot change instantaneously. Okay, so the current at t is equal to 0 will be 0 only. Okay, so then that means what? This I of t is 0 when t is equal to 0, and again you substitute t is equal to 0 here. Okay, for this t 0, again this t 0, then once if it is like that, Vm divided by mod z, again sine 0 is 0 only, you'll get a sine of minus pi. Sine of minus pi is minus sine into sine pi, minus sine into sine pi, and e power 0 is 1, and this is plus a. Again, you can calculate what is a. A in this case is a is equal to minus Vm divided by mod z. Okay, mod z. Sorry, is it minus? Yes, minus means plus. Okay, so plus Vm divided by mod z sine pi. This is a. Okay, then you know a. Then what is the final equation? I of t is equal to Vm divided by mod z sine omega t minus pi. Okay, then Vm divided by mod z sine pi e power minus t by tau. Okay, so this is the final answer. Again, this part is it is like steady state response. This is like transient response because the transient response will go to 0 once if you apply t tends to infinite, because for a transient response limit t tends to infinite, I transient response will be 0. Okay, because Vm divided by mod z sine pi e power minus infinity is equal to 0. Okay, because the transient response will be present only at the time of switching. Okay, so if you observe the transient response nature at infinite time, then that will be 0. Okay, so but that time you will be having ISS, steady state terms will be there always. Okay, but the transient term will not be there at steady state. It will be there only around t is equal to 0 near switching. Okay, at a very larger time, this response will not be present. Okay. Oh. So now, see the input we have taken without any phase offset. Okay, again exactly this input is starting at t is equal to 0. Okay, so we have taken like that, or otherwise in some cases the input also may start with some phase offset. Okay, with some phase offset, maybe plus 5 or minus 5. Then if that is the case, okay, the input itself is having some phase offset, then what will be the response? Say for example, if Vs is equal to Vm sine omega t plus pi, input itself is having some phase offset. Okay, okay, even if you put t is equal to 0, sine pi will be there, some answer will be there. Okay, that means what input itself is having some phase offset. And then if this is the case, then what is the current response? It is equal to Vm divided by mod z sine omega t. And again, to avoid confusion, already we are using pi notation. This will take it as theta. Okay, so this is theta and minus pi plus a e power minus t by tau. Okay, then I of 0 is equal to 0. Then Vm divided by mod z Sine theta minus pi plus a, then a is equal to minus Vm divided by mod z sine theta minus pi. Okay, and finally it is equal to Vm divided by mod z sine omega t plus theta minus phi minus Vm divided by mod z. Okay, sine theta minus phi e power minus t by tau. Okay, so this is just a derivation, but what is important finally? Okay, say for example, if you are starting, say, if this is your input, okay, now this is your input. Okay, now I am considering the ordinary cases only. Ordinary case means V is equal to Vm and sine omega t without any phase offset. Okay, we are discussing now. Now you are starting at 0. Now again, when the voltage is like this, again you know one thing, for a RL circuit, okay, for a RL circuit, voltage will lead the current by some phase angle. That phase angle is phi. Okay, so voltage V leads I by phi. Okay, if it is a pure inductor, the pi will be 90°. Okay, or otherwise the pi will be in between 0 to 90°. Definitely the voltage will lead the current. That means what? Voltage is leading, the current is lagging. That means if the voltage starts here, the current will start after some time. So the current will start here. Okay, so the current will start like this. It goes like this. Okay, so always between the voltage and current, there will be some phase offset. Okay, that phase offset, this is the phase offset. Okay, the phase offset value is pi. Okay, then again, if you observe this waveform, exactly you are closing the switch at t is equal to 0. Okay, this is t is equal to 0. When you close the switch, okay, when you are applying the switch, what is happening to the current? Current is having some value. It may be positive or negative, no problem. But the current is having some value. See, you are applying the switch at t is equal to 0, or t is equal to 0. Some current is there. Okay, if you observe the waveform nature, some current is there. But what should be the current for us? Because you are applying the switch at t is equal to 0, then in the beginning the current has to be 0, but here the current has to be something. That means what? It will produce some transient. Okay, so it will produce some, again, to overcome the transient, what they are suggesting, okay, you apply the switch exactly at this time. Okay, because your voltage will be always varying like this with respect to time, whether you connect your voltage source, whether you connect your voltage source to the network or not, it will be always varying sinusoidally. Okay, that is the concept of voltage source. Okay, so it will be varying sinusoidally whether you connect it to the network or not. Now what they are suggesting, okay, to avoid the transient, you apply the switching exactly at this time. You apply the switching exactly at this time, switching point. Why you have to do the switching here? Because once if you do the switching at this point, correspondingly, what is the current? Current is 0. Again, it satisfies your original condition, because at the time of switching, the current has to be 0, because before switching, there is no current in the inductor. Even after the switching, exactly at the time of switching, the current is 0. Again, it will not produce much, or it will not produce any transient. Okay, so whenever you have a AC signal, where you have to apply your switching, it may be either closing or opening. The switching has to be done exactly where the current value goes to 0. You can do the switching here, or you can do the switching here. Okay, these are all the point where you can do your switching. You can do the switching here, or you can do the switching here. Okay, so and again, once if you extend this, again you can do the switching here like that. Okay, these are all the switching point. Okay, the switching has to be done exactly where the current value is 0. Okay, current value is 0. So uh, so to avoid transient, to avoid transient switching needs to be done when current is 0. When current is 0. Okay, then if that is the case, okay, then at what time you have to do the switching? Because omega t is equal to pi generally. Omega t is equal to pi. Pi is the phase offset. Again, you know pi means omega t. Then omega anyway frequency in radian per second. Then t naught will get t naught. Okay, this t naught is pi by omega. Okay, because already you know what is the relationship between the phase and the time. This is the relationship. Once if you know the phase, you can calculate what is the time. If you know the phase delay, you can calculate the time delay. Okay, so what is the meaning of this one? If you know the phase delay, you can calculate the time delay. Okay, time delay between the two signal. So the phase difference between the two signal is 5, and the two signal is having the frequency omega. Then what is the time difference? The time difference t naught is equal to 5 divided by omega. So again, that means what? T naught will be some value, some in terms of milliseconds, something like that. Then if you do the switching exactly at that point, then there will not be transient. There will not be any transient. Say for example, uh, now there is one question, at what switching instant current in the circuit is free from transient, is free from transients. Vm sin omega t, f is equal to 50 hertz, 5 ohm, 0.01 Henry. Okay, then what is the solution? They given all the values. Okay, R, L, and F, everything. Okay, we know that formula is omega t naught is equal to simply pi. Okay, so again, omega can be easily calculated because frequency they given. Then what is phi? Phi you have to calculate first. Okay, phi is equal to what? Tan inverse omega L by R. Okay, please refer that one. What is pi? Pi means tan inverse omega L by R. That means for this imaginary number, what is angle? That angle is tan inverse omega L by R, tan inverse imaginary divided by real. That is omega L by R. Okay. Then what is omega? Omega means 2 pi f. F value is 50. 2 pi f and t naught and t naught. And please put your calculator in the radian. Okay. And also you put all the values. For example, 2 pi 50 t naught is equal to tan inverse omega 2 pi f. Okay, 2 pi omega L value is 0.01 divided by R value is 5 ohm. Okay, put your calculator in radian because this side we are having numbers in radian. Okay, this side also it has to be in radian. Then finally t naught is 1.78 millisecond, 1.78 millisecond. Okay, so now okay, so that means what? You again you have to do the switching exactly at 1.78. That means what? The time difference between these two is 1.78 millisecond. Okay, instead of doing the switching at t is equal to 0, if you do the switching here, then your current will be free from the transient. Your current will be free from the transient. That is the idea. Okay, t naught is equal to 1.78 millisecond. Now the same question, suppose okay, so if they given the input, okay, input instead of sin omega t, if they given cos omega t, what is the answer? Okay, so I will just give you one clue. Okay, you just replace cos with respect to sine, then you will get extra phase. Okay, you will get extra phase. That phase you can calculate like extra phase in the input itself. See, anyway, pi we are calculating separately. Okay, then you can represent this like this: Vm sine omega t plus theta. Then if you want to represent cos in terms of sine, then what has to be theta? Okay, again, once if it is theta, you know how to proceed. Okay, because once if it consists of both pi and theta, okay, again, in general, we used to take omega t is equal to pi. Okay, but if it consists of some theta, then you have to include that theta also. Okay, now theta is some value, but it may be in degree, but you have to convert it into radian finally. Then what is T naught? Okay, so this is the assignment question for you. Just you try to find out the answer. Okay, so because we have derived it for sinusoidal input, in case if they given cosinusoidal input, then what should be the T naught value? Okay, because again, this is something similar to this case, if instead of sine, if it consists of theta, again you just find out what should be the theta to convert cos to sine, then theta will be some value. Okay, then you proceed with the same one, and finally if it has to be free from the transient, here we took the ordinary condition omega t naught is equal to pi, but here along with omega t one more theta is there, along with omega t one more theta is there. Again theta you just find it out. Okay, then what is final T naught? Anyway, pi can be calculated from the circuit, from the same circuit. Then what is T naught? You just find it out. Okay, so okay, suppose this you do this as an exercise. Suppose if they given in the same question, if voltage, source voltage is Vm sine omega t minus 20 degrees given. Again, this may be anything, plus 20 or minus 20. It may be plus theta or minus theta, no problem for us. Okay, so whatever it is given, you take it directly. If omega t given, but make sure that this is sine, because we have derived the formula for sine. If it is cosine, convert it into the sine. Okay, if it is sine, take as it is given inside, that is omega t minus 20 degree. Then our formula is pi, where pi is equal to tan inverse of omega L by R. Again, omega T naught, how to convert degree into radian? Okay, 180 degrees pi radian, then 20 degrees pi by 180, pi by 180 radian. Okay, because you have to convert it into the radian finally. Then once if you substitute all the values, okay, you know everything now. You know omega L, R, and omega. Then finally T naught value is 2.89 millisecond. Okay, here it may be minus plus. Okay, whatever it may be, you take it as it is. Okay, then you equal to the pi. Pi will be calculated from the circuit. Okay, then we can calculate what is T naught. Okay, similarly, you calculate what is the value here if they given instead of sine, if they given cos, and again simply omega t. Okay, then what is the answer for this one? Okay, so again next one is for RC circuit. Vm sin omega t is equal to 0. This is R C. Again, IT is I steady state T, I transient T. So now what is the, first we'll find out what is steady state response. Steady state response here is Z is equal to R plus 1 by J, 1 by J omega C. Okay, this is mod Z. this is Z, then what is mod Z? R square plus 1 by omega c whole square over all square root. Okay, then what is theta here? Okay, uh, theta is is how to calculate the theta. Okay, for theta you can take that minus j upward, r minus j 1 by omega c, then theta is imaginary tan inverse of imaginary divided by real. Okay, tan inverse of imaginary 1 by omega c divided by real, then tan inverse of omega rc. Okay, so this is theta. Okay, uh, and one more doubt here is it correct? Okay, you have to just verify, because whenever plus is there, no problem, you can directly write, but when minus is there, just you have to cross verify whether this is correct or not. Okay, so when this is the case, what is the real part? Real part will be in this direction, then the imaginary part will be in this direction, then you'll be getting theta, tan theta, but this theta only you will be getting. Okay, so that means I think you will have some minus here. Okay, the theta consists of some minus, so I think theta is equal to minus tan inverse of 1 by omega rc. Is it correct, sir? Theta is equal to minus tan inverse of 1 by omega rc or plus? I think it should be minus. Just verify it. Okay, because if this is the case, then it has to be minus. Okay, phi in general, it will be in negative. It will be in negative. Okay, so but okay, we'll see next. What is the current value it? Okay, it is equal to Vm divided by mod Z. Okay, sine omega t. Again, this phase angle will be in the denominator. Okay, then you can take it to the numerator, then it will become like minus 5. But if you consider this as plus tan inverse 1 by omega rc, again instead of minus 5 here you can take plus 5, no problem, both are correct finally. Okay, so just think over it. Okay, so if you take, but actually this is negative. Okay, once if we take, then that will become positive, then again by definition pi will take like this. Okay, no problem, everything's correct. Okay, so if this is the case, omega t plus pi, and again the transient is e power minus t by tau, again as usual. Okay, the same thing, if you apply the initial condition, okay, at t is equal to 0, I 0 is 0, then Vm divided by mod is at sine pi plus a it is equal to Vm divided by mod is at sine omega t plus pi minus Vm divided by mod is at sine pi e power minus t by tau. Suppose if source voltage is Vm sine omega t plus theta, again I'll directly write the answer, then Vm divided by mod is at sine omega t plus theta plus phi minus Vm divided by mod is at sine theta plus pi e power minus t by tau. Okay, so again, what is finally important for the exam, the derivation is not important. In the exam, you'll get the problems like this. Then you should be thorough with this. Okay, how to calculate the T naught. That is important for exam point of view. Okay, so next we'll see the application of Laplace transform to the circuit analysis. இதுல ஏதாவது டவுட் இருக்கா சார் ஏசி டிரான்சியன்ட்ல? Any doubt in AC transient? Okay, so next application of Laplace transform to circuit analysis. Again, before applying the Laplace transform to the circuit analysis, we should know the basics of Laplace transform first. Okay, at least we should know for the standard signal what is the Laplace transform. Okay, uh, again, what are all the standard signal? The standard signals are like step signal. Step signal means u of t. U of t means what? U of t means 1 for t greater than 0, 0 for t less than 0. Then once if you take the Laplace transform for u of t, the Laplace transform of u of t is 1 by s. Okay, Laplace transform of u of t is 1 by s. Similarly, for other signal, for ramp signal, again, ramp signal r of t is equal to t when t is greater than 0 or 0 otherwise. Okay, if it is a ramp signal, what is the Laplace transform? Laplace transform of the ramp signal r of t, Laplace transform of r of t, or we will call it as a Laplace transform of t, then that is simply 1 by s square. Okay, and what is the Laplace transform of the exponential signal? Say for example, e power minus at u of t. Okay, because to denote that this exponential signal is valid only in the positive time, we put u of t here. Okay, so to just denote that this exponential signal is valid only in the positive domain, positive time domain. That's why we put u of t here. Then once if this is the case, then the Laplace transform will be 1 by s plus a, or otherwise if e power at u of t, then this will be 1 by s minus a. Okay, or otherwise the Laplace transform of t e power minus at. Okay, because along with e power minus at, one t is there. Anyway, always that u of t will be there. Okay, because Laplace transform means we'll write the one-sided Laplace transform, because really for a real system, you'll apply the signals only in the positive time. You cannot go to the negative time for a real-time system analysis. Okay, so this is Laplace transform of t e power minus at u of t. Then what would be the answer? Because once if t comes, that is square. Once if t comes, that is square. But e power minus a means s plus a, then this is simply s plus a, but that square will be there, because whenever t is there, square will be there. Again, whenever e power minus a is there, s plus a will be there. Okay, similarly, again, it may be e power plus also. So Laplace transform of t e power at u of t, then once if you take like this, 1 by s minus a whole square, 1 by s minus a whole square. Okay, so again, then suppose what is the Laplace transform of uh, t already we have seen, then what is the Laplace transform of t square? T square. Okay, already for t we have seen. What is the Laplace transform of t square? Okay, this is like 2 factorial divided by s cube. Okay, so this is the generalized formula is Laplace transform of t power n, where n could be anything from 1 to infinite. Then this is n factorial divided by s power n plus 1. Okay, so very rarely we'll be using this formula, but mostly we'll be using exponential and this u of t. Okay, mostly. Okay, then another important thing is finally, what is the Laplace transform of sine at? Because we know our response consists of, sometime it may consist of sine or cosine. What is the Laplace transform of sine at u of t? Okay, so this is simply when it is sine at, then this is instead of a, I can put omega. Okay, sine omega t u of t. Then Laplace transform of sine omega t is omega divided by s square plus omega square. Again, Laplace transform of cos omega t is, instead of omega in the numerator, we'll get s divided by s square plus 1. Again, these formulas and all, how it is correct. Okay, we'll see in detail in the signal system. But Here we'll simply remember this formula, then we'll operate. Okay, so again, for a sine and a cosine, you simply remember the denominator is same for both s square plus omega square, here also s square plus omega square. But for cos, you'll get s here. For sine, you'll get the remaining term omega here. So you have to be a little bit careful here, because once if you interchange, then answer will change. Okay, so with this I'll stop. In the next session we'll begin after 15 minutes. Okay, exactly 8:30 we'll start the next session, where we'll see the application of Laplace transform to the circuit analysis. Okay, so without doubt,